A lot of people try CPAP once and then quietly retire it to a closet shelf or a nightstand drawer or what I like to call the medical equipment graveyard. It's right next to the knee brace from 2009 and those resistance bands you bought that nobody ever used. And when I meet patients years later, they usually say something like this: I tried CPAP, it just wasn't for me. But here's the truth that most people never told you. CPAP usually does work. So what actually fails? It's the setup. So today I'm gonna walk you through the real reason CPAP didn't work the first time and what actually fixes it the second time. Because most people who quit CPAP were never given a fair chance to succeed in the first place. But first, let's clear something up. If CPAP didn't work for you, that does not mean that you failed CPAP. It usually means that the CPAP, it failed you. Because good CPAP treatment isn't, here's the machine, good luck to you. It's, let's find you the right mask, the right pressure. Let's give you the right coaching. And then the right follow-up after that. Now, without those four things, almost nobody is going to succeed. So let's walk through what actually goes wrong in this process. And reason number one is you were given the wrong mask from the start. Now, this is the biggest issue we see almost every day, and honestly, it's not even close. There are people watching this right now who tried CPAP once in exactly one mask option, that's it, and decided the entire therapy just didn't work for them. That's like trying on a pair of shoes in the store and saying, well, I guess my feet just aren't for me. Masks matter more than people realize. Some people, they breathe through their nose. So other people, they breathe through their mouth. And some people change positions all night long. And if that mask doesn't match how you sleep, you're gonna get air leaks, dry eyes, more noise from the machine, pressure discomfort, and constant wake-ups. And pretty soon, your brain just decides, hey, guess what? This machine, it's terrible. But the machine, it wasn't the problem. The mask actually was. And here's a simple way to know if the mask probably wasn't right for you. If it leaked into your eyes while you were using it, if it left deep marks in your face, if you had to tighten it constantly, or if you kept taking it off during the night without even realizing it. Those are the classic signs that the mask itself needed to be changed, not abandoned. And sometimes switching that mask one time, it can change everything. Which leads us to reason number two. Your pressure settings were never optimized. Now, a lot of people think CPAP is just, hey, put the mask on, turn on the machine, I sleep better. But pressure settings are everything. If they're too low, you're still snoring. If they're too high, it feels like your bedroom turned into a wind tunnel. And neither one is gonna feel like better sleep. So what's the goal of CPAP? It's not to blast air at you. It's to hold your airway open. And it's to hold open just enough. You want some stable breathing. Now that's precision adjustment. And nobody fine-tuned your pressure after that first week. If that never happened, you'll probably never experience CPAP the way it was supposed to feel. Now here's another clue: your pressure settings may not be right. If you felt like you were fighting the air the whole time, or swallowing air during the night, or waking up feeling bloated in the morning, those are all classic signs that pressure adjustments were needing. And most people assume that's just how the CPAP feels. It's not. Comfortable CPAP use usually means that your pressure settings, they're working with you, not against you. Which brings us to something that's even more common than that. Nobody ever followed up with you. This might be the biggest difference maker between people who succeed with CPAP and the people who quit. It's the follow-up. Because CPAP, it's not like wearing glasses. You don't just put them on once and suddenly everything works forever. It has a learning curve, and it's kind of more like learning to ride a bike. Small adjustments early make a huge difference later. But here's what happens to a lot of patients, and this is the honest truth. They get diagnosed, they get the machine, they go home, that's it. They get no call, no check-in, no adjustments, no downloads, no coaching. So when something feels uncomfortable, they assume, oh, well, I guess this is just how CPAP is. But it's not. Good CPAP treatment, it includes support because those tiny fixes early prevent big frustrations later. And here's something most people don't realize. There's one mistake I see, and this almost guarantees someone's going to quit their CPAP early. And it has nothing to do with the mask. It has nothing to do with the machine itself. It's you expected results overnight. People expect the CPAP to feel like you're flipping a switch. Night one, they put their mask on. They sleep. Well, they wake up energized. They start jogging at sunrise. Sometimes, yes, that can happen, but not always. Because if your brain, it's been sleep deprived for, 5 years, 10 years. Sometimes we put it off for 20 years. It's gonna take time to recover. Your breathing improves immediately. Your oxygen will improve immediately. Your sleep stability will improve immediately. But your energy, that builds over weeks. So a lot of people stop right before improvement actually shows up. Now listen, this is like quitting the gym after 2 workouts and saying, well, I'm not shredded yet. You gotta give your brain some time to catch up. But here's something that patients are almost never told. Most CPAP discomfort is fixable. And that leads me to number 5. Your machine felt uncomfortable and nobody fixed it. If your experience sounded like this, it was too dry, it was too loud, the air, it felt weird. The pressure woke me up. There was water in my tubing. You're not alone. These are the most common complaints that we hear every single day. And here's the surprising part. Almost all of them are adjustable. Modern CPAP machines, they have humidity controls. They have comfort ramp features. They have pressure relief settings. They have different therapy modes. But if nobody walked you through those settings, it's like owning your smartphone and you only know how to use it as a flashlight. The comfort features, they're there. Most people just never get shown how to use them. Now here's the biggest reason people quit CPAP. It has nothing to do with the machine itself. Nobody understands or explained why the CPAP actually matters. And this is huge because the motivation, it changes everything. If CPAP just feels like, hey, it's a mask, a hose, it's this little box on my nightstand, it's easy to stop using it. But when people understand that untreated sleep apnea actually does change everything when it's treated, because your sleep apnea affects your energy, your memory, blood pressure, heart risk, your weight, your mood, your focus, and honestly, your long-term brain health depends on it. It even affects how quickly your body ages. So CPAP, it isn't just about stopping snoring. It's about protecting your brain, about protecting your heart, about protecting your future energy. And honestly, when people understand that, they're more likely to stick with it. So let me give you a real example of how this plays out. Because we see patients all the time who tried CPAP years ago and then they stopped after a week or maybe a month and then they come back later. We switch out the mask. We adjust the pressure. We walk them through those comfort settings. And suddenly, guess what? They're sleeping through the night. This is the same person, the same diagnosis, completely different experience. And that's how often this is fixable. So if CPAP didn't work for you before, here's what to do now. Start with 3 simple questions, just 3. Was my mask actually right for how I sleep? Were my pressure settings adjusted after I started? And did anyone follow up during those first few weeks? If the answer to any of those questions is no, you didn't get CPAP treatment. You just got equipment. And those are not the same thing. And this is probably the most encouraging part. Most people who retry CPAP with the right setup, they do really well. Sometimes dramatically better. Because once the obstacles are removed, sleep improves, snoring improves, your energy comes back. And suddenly, CPAP, it feels completely different. Way different than it did that first time around. Now, if you tried CPAP in the past and you stopped using it, that doesn't mean it wasn't the right treatment. It usually just means that nobody helped you actually make it work. The good news, as we've already said, is that's fixable. Because better sleep isn't about trying harder. It's about getting the right setup. And when that happens, CPAP starts working the way it was supposed to, from the beginning. If you're in North Carolina and you're thinking about giving CPAP another try, Parkway Sleep, we help people every day do exactly that. We don't have long hospital wait times. like most sleep programs still have. If this video helped, please subscribe so you can never miss out on future videos. Sleep well. Have a great one.